Hi there, Greener Man here. We've got a video today about me fitting a new mic and power board to the bottom of my phone. I was having trouble where it just wasn't working at all. I could use my phone with the microphone, but if I tried to use the external mic at the bottom of the phone, it wasn't working. So I bought this packet on Amazon. It's a little board that fits in the bottom. It was about €9.99 delivered, and apparently it contains the ports there, the charging port and the microphone port. It comes with two little screwdrivers to help you take the board out when you get inside the phone. Really tiny screws in there. I think there's 7 or 8 little screws. So I'm just showing you the board now. Getting quite quickly. I'm recording this on the Insta360 Go2 camera, which I was just setting up on the phone to get the right frame. So I took the back off the phone. What we've got to do is heat the phone case up at the back with the hairdryer to melt the glue so we can get the case off. It's glued on. So to prevent any damage to any cards, we're going to take the card tray out, and to do this you insert a little paperclip type object in the hole to pull the tray out, and then we can take the cards out. I didn't have a paperclip with me, so I was trying the different size little screwdrivers I had. The card tray is out now. So I'm just explaining how once you've heated it up, you have to lever the back off with the soft glue. These are tools I've bought on the internet, little plastic lever tools, and like guitar pick type things too. So it was fairly easy to heat it up, and the hairdryer had it on quite a hot setting. Just kept heating all the way around, made sure I wasn't overheating it. A couple of minutes, and then tried the glue, and it started to come off. You're left with a lot of residue on the back of the case. There's a little plunger there with a keyring circle on that I used to help pull the case away also. Yeah, so there's a bit of that residue. You can see the small bits of glue, the black stuff on the table, which all needs peeling off if we were to put the case back on afterwards. So we're powering down the phone. Little Phillips. And it's important then, there's a little ribbon cable that comes down the phone to the card. You need to pop that off. And you're undoing the screws now. I think there's 7 or 8 of these little Phillips screws at the bottom of the phone, which hold the card carrier in for the PCB. It's really quite a straightforward job, this. I don't know, I think they charge you about maybe €40 in a repair shop for this. And you can, well, the parts just less than 10, and it costs you nothing for your time. So I just saw it as my phone's broken anyway. It was really inconvenient having to use my microphone all the time, the plug-in mic. Then I might as well give it a go. And if I break the phone, then I have to get a new one. But if I don't, then it's a win. Are all the screws out now? I think they are. Just prising the card up and out. There's a little wire you have to pull off, a little single wire, and the ribbon cable off the top of the little board that we're replacing. You can see now I'm showing there's a little wire there, and pull that little multi-plug off there, ribbon cable, and then the card just levers up. There it is out, and the new card fits back in. Do it carefully, make sure it's lined up, and as you press it in, I think it will click, and the little click sound assures you that it's in properly. Then you replace the little tiny black wire, the single wire, and the multi-pin, and press those down gently until you hear a click, and then you can replace the card carrier when you are sure that the two cables are back in position. Just making sure that's in. Little card carrier protector thing, and then the screws go back in. The reason I'm doing this voiceover is purely because the camera I was using, although it recorded quite well visually, the audio was atrocious on it, and didn't realise until after I'd made the video. So you wouldn't have been able to hear a thing that was going on. So this is real time, putting the screws back in. Seems to be taking forever, but it's not really. The whole video is about 8 minutes long or something, which is pretty good. It's basically real time except for the heating up bit. The heating up took up sort of 3 or 4 minutes, but don't overheat one part, just heat all the way around. So the card's back in, the case, the little card carrier case is screwed back in now. I'm going to put the SIM card and SD card back in. I'm going to glue the back on the case at a later time, just purely because it's just a lot of faffing about, but I just used some I think it was glass glue that I already had. You can buy some, I think it's called P2000 or something like that, which is specifically supposed to be for this, but I just used some glass glue and kept some pressure on it for maybe 10 minutes or so to make sure the case was on, and that's good. So I've popped the little SD card carrier and powering up the phone now, and I'm going to do a sound recorder test. And again, unfortunately, because of the microphone on the camera, you'll have to take my word for it, the sound did work on the external mic, and the phone was fine. So all in all, for the sake of $9.99, I've saved myself having to pay about €250 for a new phone, which was perfectly good in every other way. So that's me recording now, and it did actually work perfectly fine. So if you've got a phone, you can buy these little cards for all different makes and models of phone. Please look out there for it. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll get another video out to you soon. Take care, be safe, bye for now.